Rock and roll 'em, Capitan. Here we go, Tony. It's all your. Hello, folks.
Oh, look at it. We got folks all over the place.
We got look low.
Look at that.
And there's beautiful Maya.
Hi, Maya.
The gang's all here.
Sweetie. And there's beautiful, handsome Norman and Dan and Bill.
That's right.
Hello. Wow. Look at Norman just smiling all over the place, having a great day. Yep. Probably thinking, Larry, you know what to do. Anyway, so
how you all doing? Hi, Maya. Oh, she got to grab wine, she says.
Oh, you scared her off.
Well, she needs wine so we don't look as bad. Oh, I saw the whole bottle. Holy crap.
Hey, how about that song, Tony? Bottle of wine through to the vine. When you gonna let me get sober? Sing it, Maya.
Hey, tomorrow I'm playing tomorrow night. I'm playing
where at?
A little duo in a bar, and we're going to be playing Spill the Wine. Remember that by Eric Burden?
Yeah.
We'll be playing that one.
Cool.
I never could figure out the words to that. When I used to hear that, it sounded like "Spill the Wine, Big Fat Girl." But that wasn't right.
That's one way to lose. That's one way to make your date upset.
You can always, spill the wine, shake that.
Yeah, right.
Pictures.
Look at that. What's it say? To save shops. Okay.
Oh, Tony can read.
Just look at the shops. You want anything?
Hey,
you know what, Maya, have you ever heard of Barney Fife? Have you heard of Barney Fife? He used to say, nip it in the butt.
Nip it in the bud.
There's not enough bud nipping going on around here.
That's right.
In fact, I got a Mayberry mask and a 25 t-shirt. Yeah. Nip it.
Wasn't he just fabulous?
He was super fabulous.
All the way up through when he was on Three's Company. I mean, he was good all the way.
I watch him every day religiously. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
how is the weather? How is the weather down in Texas? We're in Kansas City. It's 60 degrees today, and it'll be 65 tomorrow.
We got 72 sunny here now.
Wonderful.
We just came from a snowstorm. Everybody freaked out. They weren't prepared for it. I didn't care. So anyway,
patio today at our house at 77.
Oh, wonderful. What about you down there, Norm? How's it in Australia?
Well, we're in the middle of summer, and I suppose in your language it'll be around about 75 degrees.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, I'm talking. I'll just briefly say that we got some guys doing a bit of stuff out the back for us. So if I have to get up and leave in a hurry, that's not a insult to you guys. It's just something I got to do.
No problem.
Good to be here.
We're happy that you're here, Norm.
Well, Stan hadn't got on yet.
Did you let Frank know we were here tonight?
Yeah, I think I don't know where he's at. He sent me some pictures, but
there's somebody there, Stan.
I don't know if he's at the mall or what's he doing.
How about Janice? How's Janice doing? Have you talked to her at all?
No, not yet. I sent her a message, but she hadn't replied yet. Today, Frank said that it's not an easy day for me today. Today's his mom's anniversary and Nadine's birthday the same day. So.
Wow.
So he sent me some pictures I requested. I'll be using in a video. I know that some dude just texted me named Tony or whatever his name is. So anyway, so that's not important.
No, I didn't see any notifications on your normal Facebook sites. Obviously, we have it listed on the Mr. Announcer site, but I didn't notice that we had the note. I was just double checking. So normally you put on the Facebook, on your Facebook page.
Well, I forgot. I went to the doctor this morning. I've been busy from that. Then I had to go to the store this morning. And then I had to, work on some pens and try to get some letters out today. So I've been pretty booked up.
How did that visit go? Did it help you at all?
Yeah, the epidural is helping, not 100%, maybe 50, 60%, which is better than nothing. So we're going to get the epidural as needed, try to do it every 3-4 months if I need it. He's saying, you know, when it starts going to 8 or 10 being the highest, then that's when I need to take the epidural. But I just can't understand why pain management doctors haven't offered the epidural at all. So, but yeah, I do have pain. Like right now, it's probably about a 4. If I sit too long, I'll get it pretty bad. So I have to stand up and do some water therapy, which is okay. But other than that, you know, it's never going to go away. No.
Yeah. You can
And then I
manage
had had the crippling arthritis in the joints, and I have the psoriatic, what is that stuff?
Psoriatic arthritis.
Psoriatic arthritis in the joints, and they have the spinal stenosis in the leg and joints. So all that good stuff.
Isn't that just wonderful getting old?
I love it, brother. Hell, you know what, Tony? We would be hell if we were in a band together.
Oh, we'd be.
I don't think we're ever getting music out.
Hey, we'd be playing broken hip hop.
You ain't lying, baby.
Oh.
We'd be casing them people. You know, they'd be throwing our butt out quick.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh. That's
My,
my gosh.
it would be a disaster. And Tony and I would be arguing. I'm singing, I am. This is my song. So anyway,
No,
it would be fun.
No, I'd let you have them all. I'd sit back there and just watch you. Go at it.
Nah.
I don't know why I got this image of you on the drum set from like Animal from the Muppets. I don't.
Yeah.
They just kind of, just
Yeah.
like,
People have said that. Yeah, I got pictures of that. Yeah, they see me playing, and that's what they remind me. They said that's what I remind them of. I said, well, that's cool.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about pens. I got to tell you, I really enjoyed Lena a lot. I don't know if you all remember that on Saturday. Was it Saturday we did that?
Yes, that was Saturday.
Yeah, she really, boy, I tell you what, she was really full of joy and passion. You could just tell that she's extremely happy to do what she does. And I started thinking, she's been in business longer than Goulet.
Yeah.
That's true.
And she's really down to earth. I really dig her.
Oh yeah.
Nice, Bill.
Oh, how about that, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem?
It just
can dig
arrived
it,
today.
Bill.
It
So,
just
yeah,
arrived today.
So, I've been getting a lot of really good comments about the video Zoom, and a lot of people that never have shopped there are going to start shopping there. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of big things going to happen for, I think, more than what I thought was going to happen. But that's a good thing. The message is getting through. So I want to help her. I want to help Frank. I want to help what's his name? Heron from Magna Carta.
Chris Stevens.
I keep on. I'll be in daily contact with Heron, and he's sending
Chris Stevens. We got Chris Stevens coming up.
Yeah, he's sending Frank the Ebonite feeds. So I'm telling everybody, you need really. I'm not trying to sell his pens, but if you're going to order one of his pens, the plastic feeds are okay. Yeah, they do a good job. You get a smooth, wet nib. But if you really want a kick butt pen nib, get the one with the Ebonite feed. That is a monster of a pen, for real. In fact, mine is still inked up. I've never stopped. I've just cleaned it out and put different ink in it, and I love it that much. For me, I put it right up there with the big boys. It's that well of a fountain pen. Yep. And I've got both. I've got the Wave that has the plastic feed. That's a nice little child. It's not no Visconti or something like that, but it's a decent writer. But then when you get the Night, but you put that Ebonite feed in any one of those pens, you're going to have a monster.
Well, Larry, every one of my pens that I have an Ebonite feed in are like that. They're just like that. They're very, very lubricated. They flow real well and they write real well. I think that most times that nibs that in general that have more ink on the tip is going to write better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
write a little
Exactly.
smoother.
So
I'm not I'm not an expert, but it's just every time I notice it.
How would you evaluate a pen when they don't say anything about the feed? They don't say it's a plastic feed. They don't say it's a ebonite feed. Of course, you can tell once you start writing with it, but before you buy it, how can you identify that feed?
Well, most of the time, by the way, all of you you're welcome to chime in. I don't want to just talk all the time, but when I notice that a lot of times they actually will indicate that it's an ebonite feed on the description. You don't, I mean, just by looking at it, Larry, it's kind of tough. But if you read the description, a lot of times if it's just plastic feed, it won't say plastic feed. It just won't mention the feed. But if it's an ebonite feed, it'll usually mention ebonite feed. But ebonite feeds were what they used back in the 20s and 30s for those vintage pens. And eventually, maybe because of cost, they were able to do plastic cheaper. But there's no question about the fact that ebonite feed has a more capillary action, that it flows a lot better. Maybe because it gets warm, and that the ink just flows better.
Well, I did a while back the review on the Schaefer student pen, the vintage 50, 60 pen, just this everyday student pen back then. Fantastic writer, wet, smooth, killer nib, just killer nib. Then the other day, we just did a video, we haven't uploaded it yet, on the 1980s vintage Schaefer pen, medium nib. Again, nice, wet, juicy, smooth nib. So back then for Schaefer, were they making, it doesn't say ebonite feed on there, it's just a regular feed. So how were they making these feeds so wet and juicy? I don't have any idea how they do it. I
don't have the answer to that.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah, I've talked to Kevin over at Fountain Pen
Revolution,
Revolution, and he just said something in passing. I think it was him that I give credit to, but he just pointed out that when it comes to feeds, if you are looking for a pocket pen, you do not want an ebonite because it does have that more ink ready at the end. Yeah. And so you want a plastic feed if you're going to be sticking the thing in your pocket.
Yeah, that's what I've said before. Here's my thing. I like a wet pen. I don't care if it's a gusher. That's my thing. It always has been. So I always tell people, if you don't want a wet writer, then stay away from ebonite. If you want just a regular everyday writer that doesn't, it's not as wet and juicy, go just with a regular plastic feed. But be prepared. You may not get, you may have hard starts. You may have some flow issues. Maybe not.
I found probably, now I'm kind of new at this still, but I've written with several good pens and some low-end pens and some middle pens. And of the pens that I have that are wet, I have the very wettest pen I have ever felt in my hand. It's this little guy right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. That is an Omas
Arte,
my lord, or my lord.
Yeah, right.
That thing, when you write with it, it feels like you can actually see the nib moving up and down, and it never spills or drips. But I'm telling you what, when you write, it just pours out of this.
Dan, show us that nib and feed there if you can.
Okay.
On that pen, take it out. And let's
right.
See.
Well,
and I'm going to show you my Omas.
Oh, you got one too. Okay. Cool.
Well, I've got a bunch, but yeah, this is. Look at that feed. This is an ebonite feed, Larry. You see that?
Yeah.
That's a flat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's flat, and that's the same way with that. And these are both ebonite feeds, and that's why it flows like that, Dan.
The flatness?
No, just because it's ebonite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, is it a wet writer. I've got a real nice Visconti that is another very wet writer. Both medium nibs.
There you go.
Yeah,
look at Larry's got one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Baby, you know I got, oh my. Baby, you know I got them, my brother. Come on now.
But you know, on those medium, go ahead, Frank.
Well, I was going to say that a minute ago you said that as the feed warms with the ebonite. So you're saying that maybe when you first start writing a letter, it maybe flows a little less, but as you keep writing, it warms in your hand. It might flow better as your letter.
Maybe that was just me talking. I don't know that it actually warms up, but I think it's more absorbent than a plastic feed. And I think there's more in that feed. Maybe that's it. And please, I apologize if I'm way off track.
No.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I just hadn't heard that before, so I wanted to kind of circle back to that.
Yeah.
Kevin at Fountain Pen Revolution has, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, ebonite feed in some of his pens.
Yes.
And he also talks and mentions what I mention all the time. If you don't want a red writer, don't get an ebonite feed. Go with just a regular plastic feed. You're going to pay a little bit more for ebonite, but you're going to get your money's worth. And about the ink could spill out in your pocket into the cap. That does it with a lot of pens. I don't care what it is, But like I said, for me, I wish all my pens were ebonite. Every last one was an ebonite. I'm in ebonite heaven. That's just my thing,
Mhm.
Look at my been all quiet over there drinking their drink, just drinking it up and checking out the scene, grooving with the grooving, you know what I'm saying? All like that, baby, just looking good, baby. Yeah.
Maya, what kind of wine are you drinking, Maya?
I already drank.
She's already drank it.
It's Californian red wine.
Oh, California red wine. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful.
It's rather nice.
Is it like 1 o'clock in the morning there, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're drinking wine?
It's 10 to 1.
It's what?
10 minutes to 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's 10 o'clock. It's almost 1 o'clock, yeah.
Well, you're going to be sleeping good. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, Larry, referring to those ebonite feeds, you can order those from FP Nibs, I think it's called. You can order ebonite feeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, in red or in black. Yeah, $30 a pop.
Okay, so you could literally replace all of those plastic feeds on those other pens and put ebonite feeds in them.
They come with housings, with either black housing or yellow housing.
Right. But just so you know, Larry, if you've got a broad nib or pretty well a gusher anyway, it's going to become a paintbrush, which is fine, but that's almost too much ink for me at one point because I can't control the pen at that point. It just gets too crazy. That's me. I can't hardly. You know me. I'm always extra fine. Yeah. That's why I want them to be very wet because normally on those extra fine and fine nibs, they're usually dry unless you can get a good lubricated ink.
I have a medium nib Wingsung 3013, and it's a gusher, and it has a cheap plastic feed. So.
Yeah, those are pretty decent pens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Billy?
What?
You look over there like a.
What's
up, Bill?
I'm just sitting here looking at green inks. We got St. Patrick's Day coming up, and I was looking to find a good green ink for it.
Will Hodges sent me some Mont Blanc, a bottle of Mont Blanc ink, the 90th anniversary ink, which is a gray ink. And I'll be showing that later in the review. I like it. It looks actual gray, like a number 2 pencil. Interesting ink.
Bill, I got one for you. In fact, I'm using it in one of my pens now. It's Diamine Kelly green. Okay. It's a lighter green, almost like an apple, wouldn't you say, Maya? Do you have that ink?
I do. It's a pen friend in France. She doesn't really like green inks, but she really quite likes this one, the Kelly green. I've also got Ultra, which is both of them were among my first Diamine purchases anyway. So, although I still haven't finished them, I did finish a bottle of Imperial Purple, but that took me 7 years to finish.
I did hear from Birmingham Pens. They're going to be sending the new pen with the clip. So my next adventure, I'll be talking with Josh from Birmingham, see if they'll do one with the ebonite feed.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool if they can.
But like Stan said, you can always, because there's probably, I think, a Yovo nib on that, on the
Yeah, well,
Birmingham
they're
pens.
Nimbus-on nibs that's on there. So,
You can get an ebonite feed on there and make it a killer
I was
pen.
thinking maybe if I can get one from Kevin, the ebonite feed. Is that going to work on any number 6 nib?
Well, they're different housing though. I mean, it's not going to just be it's not going to fit on every nib. The thing about an ebonite feed, I do know, is that you can heat it and fit it.
Right, like the noodlers, right. But here's the thing. Okay, Bach can only go with Bach because of the housing. But we're talking Jovo now. Can you put one of FPR feed on a Jovo nib in the same housing? Or can you just find a feed that will fit a Jovo number 6 nib?
I have I ordered the FPR feeds, ebonite feeds for the number 6 size nib as they mentioned on the site, and they're too short. Let me show you. They're pretty short.
But what pin did he order? The FPR feed for the what pin?
He just for a number 6 nib is what he said.
Okay, for any, okay.
Yeah, but if you go to fpnibs.com, you can specialize order just for the Yovo or for the Bach.
Okay.
Fitting. And they're not expensive, Larry.
FP nibs?
Yeah, FP nibs.
$30 a pop. From FP nibs. But here's the
where are they located at?
Here's the 2 feeds. This is ebonite, this is plastic, and as you can see, it's a little bit short.
All right.
So it depends on your pen, I guess.
I see. Yeah.
And obviously, it's only gonna go into vac fillers, piston fillers, and stuff like that, not the cartridge converters.
Okay.
Okay, that's a FPR nib.
Yes, that's FPR nib.
Okay, so that will only go. It won't go into a converter.
No.
Only what will that work in then?
Piston fillers, vac fillers, anything that doesn't need to get stuck on.
Oh.
Yeah, but Frank just posted, Larry. He just posted the link to fpnibs.com.
And you're talking about Fountain Pen Revolution, right?
No, FP nibs, not FPR, FP.
FP, okay.
The fountain pens, like fountain pen nibs.
Yeah,
well,
that's the different ones.
Then I need to find a feed that's going to fit something I put my cartridge or my converter into. That's what
they'll have it. They'll have it, Larry.
They'll have it. FP nibs will have it, yes.
Yep.
And they'll be hunting that down, baby. Yep. What are you doing, Mia? Are you okay, girlfriend?
Maya, what is that green pad, Maya? She's froze. There she is.
Yeah, this is my reply pile.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
okay.
Good idea. Good idea.
Wow, nice.
But I also bought this one today.
Oh, beautiful.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for anything letters and stationery and support and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's really nice. I was at a thrift store looking for something like that today for letters that I've written and letters that I'm sending out or the ones that are coming in. So that's really nice.
I mean, someone else mentioned napkin holder instead of a letter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
those will work. Yeah.
Be better with one of those. But I just saw this. It's a beautiful wood. It's I've got a breadboard in this sort of wood as well, so it's really quite nice and that. So I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but maybe a pile. I have it for my outgoing letters, and I had 8 to send today. Okay.
So a quick question to everybody that doesn't live in the U.S. Are pens expensive in y'all's area?
Well, the prices on Amazon have gone up. of the Chinese ones. But Pure Pens seems to be doing quite well with, I mean, things like Lamy or the Noodlers and Parker, they're quite cheap, really. But yeah, I mean, Pure Pens, they had an offer on that smelly pen I bought. Where is it? This one. It still smells a little bit.
What is that? What is that, Maya?
Noodlers?
Yeah, it's the Ahab.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to
have
give
one
mine
like that.
away. I had to
And
give
it
mine away.
smells.
I love
It still
mine.
smells I like it.
I love
I do
my
like-
noodlers.
I-
I want to take you higher.
Ah,
Oh my gosh.
Reminds me of a line from the Airplane movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. I should have stopped smoking crack. Oh, yeah,
No,
whatever.
I was thinking about the freshly ridden saddle on a hot summer day.
And this one looks odd.
that's a great movie.
Got him. Got him.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah.
That's a
That's
That's a
one.
Jinhao Swan.
Jinhao.
Yeah.
Janelle Swan. How about that?
Yeah.
Cool. That's so cool.
Now they've had the shark and the swan. I wonder what they'll come up with next.
Yeah.
I mean, they're jolly.
Maybe the
Smile about.
the panda bear. Maybe
Yeah.
you never know.
No, I know.
Think something Chinese.
The panda. Panda's a
Yeah.
Chinese pen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
One day they may name a pen after a great musician named Tony. Ooh.
No. Well, maybe like Tony Bennett or Tony,
TR, like TR Red.
Tony Orlando and Dawn.
Yeah.
Not this Tony. This Tony is just he's a hack, but this Tony. But I get by with my jokes on stage, and they don't pay attention to the music that way.
Tony and I are what you call the leftovers from the 60s.
Well, I was really young in the 60s, but I remember.
Hey,
I was.
what do you think I was?
You were really little. That's right. You were just a tyke.
Do you think I was an ancient or something? Dang.
No. But I do remember my sister being crazy about the Beatles and having in her room she had the posters of the Fab Four on the door.
I love Beatles.
And she went to the concert in Kansas City when the Beatles came here to our town and performed, and she hated it. Didn't hate the band. She couldn't hear the band.
Couldn't hear it.
Because all the girls were screaming around.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was a fun experience. And she was probably about 17 years old, something like that, 15, 17 years old.
Back then, Tony, the girls, I can remember back this time, girls were basically in 4 categories. All women at that time were in 4 categories. Yeah.
And that is?
John, Paul, George, or Ringo.
Oh, yeah. Of course. They had their favorites.
They all had their favorites.
Yeah.
That's right.
And even the Beatles themselves said they hated playing at these concerts because they couldn't even hear themselves sing. It was so loud.
That's true, yeah.
Well, back then they didn't have the sophisticated amplification and all the
They didn't have the speaker systems that we have now.
The monitor systems to be able to hear yourself.
Or earpieces so they won't go deaf.
Right.
This was before the wah-wah pedals too.
That's true. Yeah, I read a book about the engineer that recorded a lot of the Beatles albums, and he talked about all of the stuff they would do and the innovations they tried and the craziness that they did. But it was fascinating. And I watched a special about George Martin. He really have helped them evolve.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely an interesting thing. But
yeah.
That was a crazy time. Dan, have you gotten anything new? I've been going on these auctions. I'm not finding anything with fountain pens. Rarely.
You say Dan or Stan?
Dan.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, have I got anything new?
No, I'm just saying that on these auctions, I've been looking and perusing the lots, and I never see fountain pens.
Oh, you got to really look at a lot of places. You got to uncover a lot of rocks to find them. No, not lately.
Wow.
Not lately.
Oh,
Right
that's
now,
great.
we're looking at couch pillows.
Oh, wonderful. And it's fun though. You got me hooked on there because I look through there and I'll see all those different things. Those estate auctions are really incredible.
Yeah. We go to lots of auctions, and you got to cover a lot of them. You know, some of the auction sites, you can actually put in search words and then to be notified when that search word comes up. And
Yep.
you have to go to the individual auction houses to do that. And if you do enough of that, you'll find that out, you know.
Right. Well,
I walked into one just last week, and the auctioneer knew me and handed me a Mont Blanc pen to look at that was going to be on an upcoming sale. I looked at it, and the little white star was scraping off.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, you know, and the little ring that says Mont Blanc on it was all kind of marred and nasty looking, and it didn't look like very good quality anything there. And then it was like a it wasn't a fountain pen, it was like a ballpoint pen, and you had to push it. And I just
it had to have been a fake then, possibly.
Yeah, that's what I handed it back. I said this is a fake, and then said, oh, thank you, and put it somewhere else, like they're not going to put it.
So that's a good question. I've got to bring this up because I'm this close to ordering a pen that's from a company called what is it called? I'll tell you in a second here, but they've got a Mont Blanc pen there, and if you're familiar, I don't know if you've all seen this pen. Watch Warehouse, watch like in a watch warehouse, and they're out at, I think they're in California. But I called the guy up and I said, hey, listen, this pen, it's like $700 less than you can find it anywhere. And I said, I want to make sure that, are you a registered dealer for Mont Blanc? And he says, no, we're not. That's why we can sell it like this. And but they've been around a long time, and they've got other things. He says, but they are actual Mont Blanc. They've got, you get the box, you get everything. It's all there. So I'm this close to buying it, but it's a big price. It's that I don't know if you see this Le Petite Prince.
Yeah.
Larry, you're muted, Larry. I want to hear your voice. It's called the Petite Prince Aviator. Yeah, you're on mute, Larry. There you go.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
It's the one that's got the leather cap. If you've seen this, it's got the leather cap with the engraving on it. It's got the little prints there, and then the barrel has got etching. It's platinum coated etching.
The little prints.
Well, little prints, but this is the one that's a different one that's got.
They have different models.
There's
Right.
about three or four of the little princes.
Right. This is one though that has the leather cap.
Oh no, I don't have that one.
Yeah.
No.
And it's got an etched barrel and it's platinum coated. So basically
That's the higher end one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a higher end one, but they normally go for, I don't know, 1,700. Oh wow, look at that. Is that one?
Yeah. But this is not the leather. This is the
No, it's the same it's the same pen though.
it's a real sweet pen. Yeah.
Oh good.
It's Mont Blanc, you know.
Yeah, it's a real Mont
It's a
Blanc.
146.
Yeah. And that's what this one is as well.
Yeah.
It's just got a different thing, but
Yeah.
but it's about $700 less on their website. And I called him to make sure. Yeah, he said, well, the brown box got a little tear in it, but everything's perfect. It's brand new. Never, So I have to make a
Talking
decision.
about, yeah, I checked the seller out. Yeah, they do carry Mont Blancs off and on.
And they have discounted pricing on those as well. So if you're gonna ever buy one, check them out because it seems like they might be a. And then I just got another little discount thing from them, but. Well, this fountain pen thing is a disease. I don't know about the rest. I don't know about the rest of you, but it really is a disease. And there should be some rehab. There should be some
coming in, so I'm not going to say what they are yet.
There should be some rehab. Well, hell, Larry, I know about the rest of you all, but I don't know anybody like Larry that has every day it's pen mail, pen mail, pen mail. I think, man, damn, Larry. He's got it's every day you're opening packages.
It's a disease.
It
It
may
is
be
disease.
some days are gin house, some days are
Look at Bill. Look at Bill.
pens.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bill.
Oh,
Let us have a look here, Bill.
nice.
Put that up to the camera. Wow. That looks like a Canalea pen almost.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Four Canaleas over here. And then the Aurora's over here.
Oh, beautiful.
I got some Pelicans. Yeah, it's not a disease.
It's not?
No.
What would you call it?
Well, disorders and diseases, they're kind of different things.
Okay.
I'd-
Look at
I'd
Larry.
call-
Look at Larry.
I'd call it an affliction.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I got some more in the drawer over there. And all these drawers here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's your fault,
Oh.
Tony.
It's an investment
Syndrome.
plan. It's a retirement plan, guys.
Is it retirement plan? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just added up. I just took an inventory. We had this discussion about logging your inventory because, you know, I've got 5, 6 children. I almost said 5. I've got 6 children, and I wondered that you know, if God forbid something happened to me, would they end up in a garage sale for 50 cents? You know, I don't want that to. Oh, you know, they don't know. They don't know, have a
True.
clue. So I went ahead and listed every one of my pens, including the Jinhao, all of my pens, and I wrote down how much I paid for them. I can only go back 3 years on PayPal to determine what I owed. So I wrote down what I paid for them, and then I'm going to make a spreadsheet so this way they can have it. So if something happens to me, and with pictures, so they'll know about whatever they might be worth, if they want to give them away, or if they want to sell them, or if they whatever they want to do. Look at that. That's
This
whatever.
is a database program on my iPhone that has mine now being cataloged into it.
Perfect. That's awesome. That special app.
It's called My Stuff 2 Pro. It's free.
My Stuff 2 Pro. Perfect. But to get, go ahead.
There's also a place called Fountain Pen Companion.
Fountain Pen Companion.
Yeah.
Is that something you can log into?
Yeah, I'll send a link in there.
Okay. But it's amazing how much money we've spent on these pens, and or how much you can spend. And I figure if I can get 50% on the return, or 60% after when you sell them, then because obviously we don't get into this hobby to make money. We know that. Thank you, Bill. Amen. But it's important to know that if you want to pass them on to someone that doesn't know anything about fountain pens. My children, I've got a friend in England. Maya knows him, Dave. I told my daughter, I said, if something happened to me, where would you go to sell my pen? Who would you call? She goes, well, I'd call the bastard, because that's what I call Dave. He calls me the same thing. I call him that. It's a term of endearment with us.
You can call me that, then call me that. I'm going to be endearment.
I know. I would never call any of you that. But I guess it's an English thing. But it can add up to a lot of money, but it really, what it gives us, pleasure is priceless, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why we do this. We have this hobby.
Like we need to go to Alcoholic Anonymous. We call it Pen Anonymous or something, because it's really a disease, like you said. You can't stop. I don't need any more. I can review what I have. Update review. I got brand new pens for real down there in this drawer, down here in this toolbox.
Well,
I
Larry,
haven't even reviewed them yet. Brand new.
Larry, you remember when Lena was talking about how her husband, he's got 30 pens? Like, okay, that's a lot. I'm thinking, and your wife owns a pen store. You only have 30 pens?
I'll be having one of these that comes out. Bam.
Oh my
I would
God.
be in trouble. I don't know how many Frank has. I don't know how Frank can do it. I would have to have one.
I counted mine up. Look at that. Look at what Bill. Oh, that's beautiful,
Look at
Bill.
Billy go.
That's 27.
Wow. Plus, what's in your case?
Right. The case is like a
48 or
it's a 40 pen case, and I've got 3 others like 36 pen cases.
okay. So I don't feel so bad. I'm at 183. But that includes gin house and bears and
All right, yeah,
you know,
yeah. I got Gin House, Heroes,
yeah.
whatever. But I have several, like you saw, 48 pin cases, 90
Mhm.
pin cases.
Well, Hero's pens aren't bad. Look at this. I want you to see this. This is a knockoff. This is a Hero. This is a 718, and you get the, you know,
Oh, really?
and it is,
Stiletto.
and it is not. It's a knockoff of the Mont Blanc, 1912 Heritage.
Now,
It's
what
a
is
metal
that?
pen.
Is that what?
It's a Hero
Hero, what number?
718,
Hero 718.
and they run about 80
Everybody
bucks.
rushes to you.
80
everybody
bucks?
rushes to eBay.
80 bucks. But I'm telling you what, it's a heavy pen,
Is
and
it
it's a piston filler.
718?
718.
Is it worth it?
I love it. And now they call this nib. They call this nib a gold. It says it's a 10-karat gold nib. Okay.
Yeah.
And all I know is it writes wonderful and it's bouncy. But then it's got the look. You try. And when you want to fill it, you pull this up, pull up the lid, and then it becomes the piston filler. Snap it back down, and it retracts the nib back.
It reminds me of the Noodler safety pin.
Yeah, kind of like that. But it's a metal pin. It's
Yeah.
heavy. It's heavy.
Wow. Okay. So I've got a question for you guys. So we have so many pins. Do y'all actually use all your pins? Do you rotate them or what?
Yeah, I run through them.
Rotate. Some
I
more often than others, but yeah.
well, I've adopted a new plan that no matter how much I love the pen I'm writing with, as soon as it runs dry, I wash it out or clean it out and grab another pen. So I forced myself to rotate. But I haven't written like with some of my Esterbrook J pens. I've got 6 of them, and I don't write with them as often.
Why is that? They're not as.
I don't know. It's because they have those little lever fillers, and they're a little bit more. They write really well though. They really write well.
Lever fillers are okay.
Yeah.
I
mean,
like the best filling system for me, for real, is the converter. Easy to clean. Just love it.
I agree 100%.
And that's what I like the Pilot, the Sailor King of Pens. It has the converter. Love it to death. Great fountain pen, easy to clean, maintain. I love it. Yep.
Yeah.
And I've got the Sailor Pro Gear King of Pens as well.
Right.
Do you find the Pro Gear King of Pens to be a bit short?
A bit.
Because it has a flat tops.
Yeah. Not not extremely that short, but just a bit.
I cap mine, post it, and it's fine. Because I got the demo Pro Gear. I bought it on Amazon. I couldn't believe it was like $400. It was a great price. I couldn't believe it. But I really like the curved ends more. That's just me. I like them. I'm not a big Pro Gear fan.
No, the rounded ends seem more complete to me.
Yeah.
The chopped off just seems like they forgot something.
See, for me, I do like the Pro Gear a lot. I've always had. I don't like them so short though, but I do like certain Pro Gears. Not every one, but yeah.
Well, this is one that I got off of a fountain pen virtual pen show off of Instagram. And this person, I couldn't believe this thing was sitting on there. It was like, at the time, I think it was $475 or $500 or something like that. Nobody was buying it. This is that green. It's like a dark green.
Yeah.
And I had been looking at one of these on Amazon or on eBay, and it was from Japan for $829. But this one, and finally, I said, if you'll do $425 or something, I said, I'll do it. And it's got a broad nib, and it really is a broad freaking nib. And it's really almost too broad for me, but I like the rounded ends, like Bill said. That's just, they're all nice, let's face it.
Yeah.
They're all
Business
nice.
is what's important.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any Pelicans? M1000, 800s, 815s? Really?
How many do you want? There you go.
Oh, Dan's doing good over there. Dan has Pelican too. Wow, Danny. Wow, Danny in his pens.
If I can find it here. I don't know what number it is. It's 8 something.
An 805 or 800?
It's got these little metal things in it.
15, 815.
Oh, that's an 808, an 815 or
815.
805. Yeah.
815.
It's the metal stripes.
Yeah, metal.
That's a wonderful pen.
Yeah.
Dan.
Oh, it's got a feedback like none of my other pens.
Yeah, baby.
It's not scratchy. It's not scratchy,
Right.
but it talks to you while you're writing. I love it.
All my pens are magnificent. I
Mwah.
don't care if it's a junk.
Oh, look at that. What is that, Bill?
Yeah.
That is-
1,000.
Oh, wow. Is that the Streisand?
Yeah.
I've got one too. Hey, I've got a question for you guys that have those. You know, Pelican nibs, you all know, write super wet. Okay. I've got that green one I just showed up is a fine, and it writes like a kind of a medium. I've got my Streisand, just like Bill showed, is an extra fine, and it writes like a broad.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. It's really, really wet.
What I also found out through time that on the Pelican 1000, they have those large nibs. They're easy to spring the time on those nibs. People have done that so many times. A friend of mine just he had a fine, but he used it as a medium, so he got a medium, and he hadn't had the nib 8 months, and the times are off, and of course, I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to take any chances and ruin it. And I said, you're just going to have to just send it off, and they can just adjust the nib for you from Nibmeister. That's not going to be no big deal. No, about 30, 40 bucks, and you're good to go. But it's worth it. Yeah. You're going to have to take care of your pens now. That's the thing. When they get sick, you have to be there for them. Just don't let them sit there in the drawer. It doesn't work. It's no good. We'll take care of it. Pens don't get damaged on their own. They just don't wake up. Oh, okay, and start writing. No, we're the ones that hold them. We're the ones that use them and write them. Right? Isn't it right, Norman?
Certainly is. And I'm sitting here holding an M600 in
Oh,
red.
The one you have, that's the one I need. And the
Oh,
brown.
I love that red. I love the red.
Yeah, it is a nice colour. And if you put it next to, say, a Dresden, an M800,
there you go. Pelican.
it's really a line ball, which I prefer holding. So if you haven't tried an M600, give one a go. You might be impressed.
You have to post it? Do you post it?
Post beautiful. The nib is a bit smaller than an 800.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to affect the way it writes at all.
Nope. And it's gold. It's a gold nib.
It's a gold nib. The lesser Pelicans aren't. Post beautifully. Very solid. I prefer it posted. But if you haven't tried a 600, give it a go. You might like it. So
I have the 600. I also have, is it the 200? And that just comes with the steel nib. This one,
right.
The steel nib, but it's a bad boy. Nice, wet, smooth, really a cool pen. Love the color. Oh.
Well, I don't know if you've all noticed, but Pelican seems to have a lot more variations of what they'll do on the lower pens, like the 600 series, 400 series, and that. You get up to the 1000, they've got 2 or 3 choices, and that's it. So I really love the fact, like I've been tempted to get, there's a 600 series, that has the tortoise look on it or whatever, and some beautiful, beautiful stuff. I wish they did it on the larger ones, but that red, like you can't find that red stripe in an 800 or 1000. I don't think, not too often. It's very, very rare.
Yeah, but I'm looking at maybe to get one later, but I got stuff anyway later. So, but anyway, folks.
Well, I think it's a very distinctive looking pen. I quite like
beautiful.
it.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful.
So
You got 9 minutes. Anybody needs to say anything, do it now. Dun 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 dun.
I think you just, I think you said it.
That medicine's working.
Yeah.
It really is.
You should see me on stage, man. I'm all over the place. Well, I used to be anyway. So, and it would be cool to see all the chicks on there. Oh, yeah. Hello.
Do they have ducks?
Now they just look at me and go, hey.
No, now you know what, Larry. When I used to play on the stage. The girls would throw their bras or their panties on the stage. Now they throw their dentures up there. That's just just a changed audience. It's just a changed audience. That's sad. Oh, it's sad now.
I'm having a moment. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
We are a bunch of nuts. Only on the Larry and Tony show. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What about inks now? Dan, I just sent off a letter to you and I received one again. So we're overlapping pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
But I just sent you one off with a bunch of Birmingham inks that I see that. Look at Larry go. I can't, but I can't get enough letters because I seem to write.
Look, I just got rid of 15 letters and all these other letters.
They love you, Larry. That's
no,
why.
they don't. They can't stand me. That's why I get letters. And you're in there, Dan. So, I mean, it takes a lot of time on the real side to set up a Zoom guest meeting because you got to, get in touch with them and wait for them to get back. And then they ask you, what do you want me to do? The dates, the times, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. You're talking back and forth. So it took me a long time to get Appleboom on there, but he was ready to go. It was just a time frame. And then he finally answered me, just said, Larry, I'm ready to go whenever you want. Let's just do it. So that's cool. Now, Birmingham Pens and it's bashful. They just not their thing. Okay, but I'm still working on trying to get other people. I'm trying
Ryan Krusak. Ryan Krusak is the other one I want to
Send me
get.
the name.
I did. I sent you the name.
Well, then Ryan. Wait a minute.
Krusak.
I just got a hold of Stephen Chris.
Chris
Stevens or whatever. Yes. Yeah.
Chris Stevens. Chris Stevens.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got a hold of him, but the other one I forgot. Resend it if you don't mind.
I will.
Going. So this is starting to go.
No. I'll send it to you.
When I get on guitar and try to play guitar, I go one chord. That's it.
But it is
head knocker. Yeah. So, all right, folks. Anything else anybody likes to say? Billy, don't be a hero.
No, nothing more for me.
Norman.
No, I'm good, guys. I'm good. Take care, everybody. Great to be here. Thank you.
How about Stan? You need to say anything.
Stan?
I'm good.
Dan?
Stan's so quiet and bashful. Go ahead, Frank. Tony.
No, I was just going to say, I can't wait till Yost gets on and goes, now today we're going to talk about your top twee pens. It's going to be great. I can't wait to hear that accent because I love hearing him say top twee pens. I love it. I'm just jealous because he's never asked me to do top 3 pens because I'm nobody. I am nobody, but
he has a lot of people doing them.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of the top 3 pens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you only get one shot at it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
Oh, I guess at some point on the next Zoom meetup, let's do this. Let's let everybody show us their top 3 pens.
Okay, we can do that.
Next time. Yeah, that would be great.
And remind me, and I mentioned it. What is that?
Those are flying squirrels.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. We have to talk about your flying squirrels at some point, Dan.
I wish I could find some way of sending you guys pictures of these.
You send me a
picture. I'm eating peanut butter off of a spatula out of my hand now. They're really cute little guys.
Really?
One of them has a white spot on her head. I've named her Hattie.
Oh,
Okay.
I feed my little squirrels all the time. When I go out there, some of them are on the trees waiting. And then I used to, one of them got to know me real good, and he'd be down the tree, and he'd come up to me, do this, and I'd give him his peanut.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, Larry.
Things. Yeah, then I
Larry,
feed them. I feed them, and then the bluebirds, the redbirds, the blackbirds, any birds, squirrels, the ducks, Mr. and Miss Duck, and the friends, all of them. Come on.
Dan's squirrels are flying squirrels.
Yeah, I don't have
You
no
know the ones
flying.
that-
Yeah.
You know, like Rocky and Bull Moose.
Yeah, yeah.
They jump
we
at you
go-
like this,
Yeah, technically.
but they're only this big.
And I don't have any kangaroos.
Yeah, we need to know more about the kangaroos.
There's one kangaroo.
Well,
that,
We can send you plenty. We can send you plenty.
there's one kangaroo. If you send it to me, but I may have saw it on YouTube for real. They raised a kangaroo from baby. The sweetest kangaroo in the whole world. He lives in the house and he sleeps with them and gets on the sofa and gets hugs and kisses. Just the sweetest kangaroo in the world. And those kangaroos will beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I bet, is it dangerous to approach a kangaroo?
They're
Norm?
very powerful.
Stan, where are you from?
The big bucks are dangerous. The big bucks are dangerous. You keep well clear of them. But as Larry said, if one is raised domestically, I mean, I remember going into a place I used to volunteer at, and there was a roo sitting up on the lounge suite. All it missed was a pipe and a smoking jacket. So,
Okay, folks. Now, next hangout is we're gonna do what, Mr. Tony?
Oh, we're going to ask about the top 3 pens.
Remember, top 3 pins. And
Top
then
3.
this time,
Top 3.
somebody remind me to put it on YouTube and Facebook again because I forgot.
That's no problem.
Yeah, well, it is a problem because I'm starting to lose it. Well, I've already lost it. So, all right, my good friends, I think what's left of us,
Mm-hmm.
the proud, the few, the Marines. Oh, here we are. Okay. Oh,
Thanks to Frank. Thanks to Frank.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we go, don't go nowhere. Freeze. Okay. So, look, how many believe in Easter? I do. Okay. How many get Easter baskets? I do. Chocolate rabbits and beeps and all that, eggs and stuff. I never grew out of it. I still believe in the Easter bunny.
Going to have a fountain pen in your Easter basket?
No, just enough goodies though. And I believe in Santa Claus.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm one of the last of the original dinosaurs. And believe it or not, Mr. Bill back there, he believes in it, but he won't say nothing. Yeah.
Well, Larry, I know you've been hurting, so you're Larry Saurus.
And with that,
we will.
But Tony, I got you covered because Tony Baroni, I got you covered, my man.
Okay, good.
I got a friend named Tony Baroni. Dun, 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 dun. Tony and I need to get together and rock for y'all. It might be a disaster. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, well, it might be, but but it'll be fun anyway. Hey, thanks to Mr. Announcer, by the way. Let's thank Mr. Announcer for all his help and his assistance and his new pen. I love that new pen with the that he showed us. The one that you stole from him.
Yeah. I've got one more on the way.
Good. And thanks to Frank for organizing all this, and thank you so much for your help, Frank.
Glad to be here.
Thank you.
Glad to see y'all.
Thanks to Larry. Thank you, Larry.
Frankie Avalon in person.
That's right.
Yes. All right, friends, that's it. This is the show, Stan. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
The next rendezvous, and it says stop recording right here, right?